Ex-Colorado athlete's father attacks Deion Sanders' failed marriage after HC throws divorce shade. It's been almost 14 years since Deion Sanders filed for divorce after his relationship with Pilar Sanders. His ex-wife started deteriorating. But this wasn't your usual divorce, as it turned ugly publicly with allegations being leveled on both sides. From DeAndre, Deion Sanders' daughter from his first wife, clashing with Pilar and calling her an adulterous gold D. 2. Pilar accusing Coach Prime publicly of assault and domestic violence. The time was truly tough for Coach Prime. But now, all of that has faded, and we even saw Pilar at Coach Prime's home during the NFL draft. Except that a third person is trying to invigorate Coach Prime's old wounds. Even last year, we saw Pilar Sanders didn't budge from her tough stance and posted an IG story, implying Deion Sanders to be a narcissistic bully. "This is what happens when the partner of a narcissist leaves first," wrote Pilar. No one had expected that within that short period. Coach Prime and his ex-wife would set aside their differences and come together for Shedeur's draft. But that happened. And despite Pilar earlier losing a $2.2 million defamation lawsuit to Coach Prime, the former couple decided to see the bigger picture. And that's exactly the spirit Deion Sanders sent through his X account recently. Coach Prime, through his usual motivation posts on X, posted a call for fixing whatever the mess is between anyone and to rise above it. He touted life to be too short to allow foolishness to divide and sent a powerful message. However, a former Colorado player, Israel Solomon's father, Zurich Solomon, replied harshly to the post. "You and your ex-wife, good," wrote Solomon, and continued with his harsh take. "Pilar, last we heard, was your running off the field. I say that to say, I avoided folks who tried to destroy me. Fixing the issues can be doing your move. Just staying out of their life," wrote Zurich Solomon. The harsh take comes after the recent antics of Coach Prime, when he called Sunday a celebration of his second divorce from Pilar in a recent team meeting. "Sunday was my 35th wedding anniversary," remarked Pat Shermer, the Buffs OC. Coach Prime's response: "Sunday was my celebration of my second divorce," said Coach Prime jokingly, as the room burst into laughter. However, despite that talk, things between Pilar and Coach Prime have now calmed down as Deion Sanders has found another potential partner after going through his cancer battle. As for Israel Solomon, he is with a major SEC title contender now. Is Israel Solomon touted to thrive in the SEC after exiting Coach Prime's camp? Israel Solomon started out as a potential walk-on at Colorado, eager to learn from Deion Sanders. But after a year of not getting much playing time, the 6-foot, 180-pound defensive back decided to transfer to Hawaii. Unfortunately, he still didn't feel fulfilled on the field there. That's when Ole Miss came into the picture, offering him another opportunity at Ole Miss. It would still be a challenge for him to make the field, since the team already has players like Kapina Gushakan and Jalen Braxton coming in as transfers. His performances in multiple camps, clocking a 40-yard dash in 4.41 and another time in 4.38, speak to his athleticism. That being said, his father's controversial opinions might need to stop. One Colorado insider, Assassin's Ducktail on X, replied to Zurich Solomon's comment and called his son Israel Lane Kiffin's headache. Israel, Solomon's pops, has always been a weirdo. Still embarrassing his son, but that's Lane Kiffin's headache now. Read the reply. Solomon's stats in the 2023 season with the IMG Academy, where he produced 45 tackles and 2.5 sacks, says a lot about his talent. But he still would need to put in a lot of hard work to succeed after exiting Coach Prime's camp.